Right now on Apple Valley News Now live in prime time.
The plan was to reinstitute the unit on the 25th of this month.
Reinstating the street crimes unit in Sunnyside. Tonight, our Monique Ledesma goes one-on-one with the police chief.
Also ahead,
one of the things that I want to really emphasize is how grateful we are that CAL FIRE provides that resource.
true or false, is California turning away our local fire crews to help aid in the fight? We're on your side with the facts.
Plus, a threat to public safety.
The police just want to push the button.
Our Emily Goodell is getting answers on a failing 911 system in Yakima County.
And weather-wise, Stacy is here.
And those clouds moved away. The full wolf moon is out. Go take a look. I'll tell you more coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now, prime time on your side.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us after Monday Night Football. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redmond. It is January 13th, 2025.
Well, hours after an 18-year-old woman was gunned down in Sunnyside, authorities were able to track the suspected gunman and his accomplice and arrest them. The next morning, the Sunnyside police chief announced he was reinstating the street crimes unit.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma talks with Chief Lehman about the unit, his goals, and how the force is working to make the streets of Sunnyside safer.
The Street Crime Unit is a proactive unit that doesn't necessarily respond to emergency calls. Its primary purpose is to work the streets and look for crime. Sunnyside Police Chief Robert Lehman says investigators with the Street Crime Units aren't looking for random acts of crime. There's a method to what they are doing.
A lot of it depends on crime trends and what's been happening over the previous week or 2 weeks.
3 years ago, Sunnyside's Street Crimes Unit was taken off the streets. It was a tough decision that the previous administration was faced with.
The previous chief disbanded the unit to make sure that he had enough patrol units to cover the road. We've recently become fully staffed, and with notices and everything else, the plan was to reinstitute the unit on the 25th of this month. However, with the homicide, we sped that up 2 weeks and just got it started.
Law enforcement who make up this unit aren't new to the force or even to law enforcement. Chief Lehman says members of the unit need to have walked the streets before they can be considered.
3 years of experience as a police officer to apply. You can't apply directly to the unit. It's just it'd be like being a detective. You have to have patrol experience first.
Just in its first week, Chief Lehman says the Street Crimes Unit took in 2 guns, conducted multiple stops, and made at least 3 felony arrests, just to name a few things. Chief Lehman tells me he hopes to keep the unit up and running for a long time, as long as staffing keeps up as well. Back to you.
Turning to Fire Watch now, over the weekend, rumors were spread online claiming that our local fire units were being turned away down in California because they did not pass the state's emissions tests. But is it true? Apple Valley News Now is on your side by getting the answers you need. According to Benton County Fire District 1, the rumors are just that, rumors. Spokeswoman Jenna Roberts says every truck was inspected before being sent to the front lines, but it's only because they are getting mechanical inspections to see if repairs are needed.
One of the things that I want to really emphasize is how grateful we are that CAL FIRE provides that resource to check our trucks before they go into a fire zone. We didn't send a mechanic with our crew. We just sent firefighters. There's always going to be rumors and misinformation. We were aware that our firefighters had gotten through that mechanical inspection.
Tonight, BCFD1 is reminding everyone to not always believe everything you see on TikTok or other social media outfits.
New video from our local fire crews down south. BCFD1 started working 24-hour shifts Saturday morning. They are assigned to the Palisades fire in the Mandeville Canyon neighborhood. They're providing structure protection and structure triage. Crews had a day off yesterday, but we're back at it again this morning.
Yeah, they're down there. They're working. We had a Type 1 structure fire engine and 4 volunteers. They got there Friday night, went right to work.
BCFD1 isn't the only local crew helping. Franklin County Fire District 3 and Walla Walla County Fire District 5 sent firefighters as well. The heroes left Thursday morning. They'll be there for at least another week and a half. Well, firefighters are in a critical stage of their almost week-long battle against the deadly Los Angeles fires.
Crews report progress, but the National Weather Service has issued an expanded warning about winds that could gust up to 70 miles an hour, causing extreme fire behavior and ongoing blazes, or possibly turning any new spark into a raging inferno. At least 24 people have now died, with dozens still missing. And there are likely to be a lot more deaths, according to California's governor.
None have been ruled out of arson. They're ongoing investigations.
The criminals have decided that this is an opportunity, and I'm here to tell you that this is not an opportunity.
Authorities say more than 92,000 Los Angeles County residents are still under evacuation orders, and some 89,000 are under evacuation warnings. Now, unfortunately, fire crews aren't getting any help from Mother Nature this week.
They really aren't. They are looking at extreme fire weather as another round of strong winds pushes through. Let's get right to First Alert's Stacy Lee. She's live in our First Alert Weather Center to tell us more. Hey there, Stacy.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, unfortunately, the weather system continues to aid in bringing those winds, those Santa Ana winds, and we'll take a closer look here on our own screen. I'm showing you this because the cold air pulling down from Canada, but as you can see, the flow is coming down from east to west. That is the Santa Ana winds. We've got this low flowing out on the coast. That's going to bring those strong gusty winds once again to Southern California, and those winds intensify tomorrow. Right now, though, outside locally 30 degrees on our dust level sky cam in Pasco. Winds are light at 6. Our sunset at 4:35. I feel like those days are starting to get a little bit longer, and the good news is the clouds moved away tonight. Now, we still have a chance of some fog or patchy fog developing, and if it does, with these temperatures so low, we could see freezing fog in areas. Look for a chilly morning to your start at 8 o'clock. Everybody down below 30 degrees by midday, still under 40 degrees, and we could hit the 40-degree mark later in the afternoon. So more low clouds and fog are possible. Mild and dry for the most part this week. Those freezing overnight low temperatures are going to continue and even get chillier. And the good news tonight is most of the clouds have cleared out, so go check out the full wolf moon. We'll talk more about that coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Stacy, we'll see in just a bit. Yakima County law enforcement officials say their public safety radio system isn't just outdated, inefficient, and inconvenient, but a threat to public safety. New tonight, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to the Yakima County Sheriff, who says they are one step closer to putting the matter of funding a replacement system before voters.
The sheriff says the technology that they're wanting to get is something that other agencies started switching over to more than 20 years ago.
The police just want to push the button and talk.
But with the decades-old public safety radio system, it's not that easy. Outdated equipment breaking down, dead spots in coverage across the county.
They may have to transition to a cell phone, and if that's not possible, even to a landline, or move. Actually have to take their physical person to a place where they can get out on their radio.
Sometimes passing messages to other agencies through 911 dispatchers or frantically flipping through channels to find the right one.
Imagine a deputy driving down a country road 8 miles an hour going to a school shooting. There's nothing worse he wants to do but to get to that school, and he's trying to talk, but he's having difficulties because he doesn't know what frequencies the other people are on.
A struggle law enforcement faced responding to a fatal shooting outside Eisenhower High School in 2022.
We had officers from out the valley showing up and trying to come and help, and then trying to find a channel that works for them that everybody can work on. And there we needed multiple channels. We needed a channel for the people at the scene. We needed a channel for the people looking for the suspect.
Costing extra time in cases where any delay could be deadly.
Making sure that that information is timely and quickly disseminated to the officer in the field can mean the difference between life and death or somebody being seriously injured.
That's why the Sheriff's Office is pushing for a digital trunk system to improve coverage and interagency communication. Funded by a proposed 0.2% sales tax like the one passed by Kittitas County last year.
Everybody in the county that buys something, you could be from New York City and you come in here and buy a hamburger, you're going to help us pay for our system because those people also utilize our public safety systems.
The total cost for the county, $35 million over 5 to 7 years. But for the individual taxpayer, 20 cents on a $100 purchase.
It'll be pretty small. Small for the buying a pop at the store, but huge for us. And that's what we're looking for.
Yakima County commissioners will be voting next week on whether or not that proposed sales tax will end up on the April ballot in front of voters. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Emily, the Yakima Training Center is asking Moxie residents along the southern border to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity where individuals have driven around barriers to access the installation. Officials say as of late, people have been trespassing onto the installation. Roads in that area were made for all-terrain military vehicles, not your average pickup truck. And as you can see here, trespassers have gotten stuck or even totaled their vehicles. So tonight, if you see anything suspicious, call the Yakima County Sheriff's Office.
The search for a missing man is on, and the Columbia County Sheriff's Office needs your help. CCSO says Henry Wayne Mitchell has been missing since November. He headed into the mountains near Patrick's Grade and Cannon Campground just outside of Dayton. Mitchell's niece says it wasn't like him to not let his family know where he was going, leading the family to worry sick.
My mother-in-law her and her brother were very close, like super close. It was so bad. My mother-in-law got sick after Wayne went missing, and she let herself go. We almost lost her around Christmas time. She was pneumonia and septic because she just so worried about her brother. She didn't even take care of herself.
Well, in the search for Mitchell, CCSO teamed up with the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office, College Place Police, and Washington State Fish and Wildlife, among others. If you know anything, call authorities. A father and his two sons stopped a man who pulled out a gun at a bar in the Richland Uptown. Police say it happened early yesterday morning. When officers got there, they found a convicted felon was being held after he threatened bar customers. The suspect was also found to have a fanny pack containing drugs, including fentanyl, and also some cash. They arrested him, and he's in jail facing multiple charges. The investigation continues.
And when the city hired Mabton Police Chief Steve Aragas back in December, but the sheriff's office says without a background